Welcome back, Bells, to our second episode of Sister Friends. And we have a special guest today.
Uh-huh. Zoe, she's a girl, so she can join us
Yeah,
too.
Miss Zoe. We call her Sassy Zoe here in the Alves household. So hopefully she'll be good. I know. So how you ladies doing?
Very good. You gonna reintroduce yourself?
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
I'm gonna yes, reintroduce myself. I am. My name is Tanya. I forgot how
So
I
you
introduced
said
myself last time.
your name, you have two children,
Okay.
married.
Angie's doing it all for me. I'm like very tired tonight. Yes, my name is Tanya. We're here and I call this space actually the Women's Center
Yes.
in the house. And I have two, I would say adult, young adult and teenager, Christian, my 21-year-old, and Madison that we call Maddie, 17 years old, married, Carl, and again, I already introduced Zoe.
The dog mom too.
I am a dog
So
mom.
I'm Angie Fenton. I too have two children, except they're not children, they're grown. My oldest is 28 in Washington, D.C. right now.
Oh, what is she doing there?
Oh, she went for the weekend with her new beau.
Oh.
So we shall see. The question should happen tonight of boyfriend girlfriend status. So I'm just waiting for that. And then my little one is Marlo, and she's 21. Married to this fabulous man. His name is James. You'll hear about him often because he has changed my outlook on life.
I'm Lindsay, and I'm married with 4 children, and my husband's Nate. My oldest is 20, soon to be 21. I have a 18-year-old son, Niall, and Elena's 16, and Yuli's 12. And I am also a dog mom, Mika.
I'm a dog auntie because we are fostering a dog. Which
Leo.
Yes, I might end up being his mama too, but we shall see.
Okay, so we did that.
So today's topic is all about motherhood. So I think we start off right on the right foot, introducing ourselves and our children. So I was the first one pregnant. It was I loved pregnancy. I loved being pregnant. Pregnant forever. But I loved it. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was a senior in high school, and I was more afraid to tell her than my own mother that I was pregnant. So do you remember how I told you guys?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
At the park?
Yep, I took the two of you to Buntwood Park, and we went on the swings, and I was like, I gotta tell you something. And I let the news out. That part.
I do remember that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I enjoyed being pregnant. Definitely like ups and downs, of all kinds, all the things. I think for Christian anyways. And I still I talk about this book all the time because that was my pregnancy Bible.
Yep.
What to expect when expecting. And I just love that book, and I wish there was a book like that now when your children are in this new season that we're in right now with young adults and teenagers transitioning into young adults, and then the young adults transitioning into adulthood. And I don't know, there might be a book out there. I'm not sure. It's not like I've looked really hard, but just just to kind of I am feeling that. Oh wow, that does happen, or but I have my sister friends.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. I don't know.
You're the one that was pregnant the most. What are you talking about?
I was. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I feel like, I don't know. You know, I loved obviously having children. I kept having them, but I'm not a fan. Yeah, I got very swollen.
Everyone.
Everyone's definitely different. Each pregnancy is different.
Oh yeah,
right?
yep.
Because with Jai, it was, I feel, easier.
What do you mean?
Because it was
maybe because you didn't know what to expect, so
most likely
you were just like, oh, okay,
taking it day by day.
Is.
Yep. I only had morning sickness for a month. It was literally every day at the same exact time.
Oh my gosh.
Except once that I actually threw up in class. But because I ate a mango, so I didn't eat mangoes after that. But I didn't get really big. I wasn't swollen at all. I didn't even buy maternity clothes. So it was like, okay, yeah, yay! I don't get to get my period. I was happy with that. That was the best part.
Yeah.
But then I had to have a C-section. They didn't tell me anything. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for Vonnie to even put it in my head, I wouldn't have thought it at all. Like, no, why would I be having a C-section?
Yes.
But everybody is different. So you definitely have to look in and have the understanding.
Is different.
Like, no, literally. Yeah. Look at all the different avenues and ways of birthing just to be prepared, just to have the information. And with Marlo, I didn't throw up at all, but I was nauseous every single day, the entire pregnancy. Like, crystallized ginger was my best friend. I ate those bad boys like it was going out of style. And she never slept. She didn't sleep.
I didn't have any morning sickness.
For any of them?
No.
And you're the one that doesn't like to be pregnant. That's the part that everybody complains about.
No, not at all. No, I love the way food tastes when you're pregnant. I feel like when you eat, you're like, yummy. Oh, this is so good. This is like, I don't know, the best sandwich that I've ever had. Food just tastes delicious.
Yes. I don't know. I was definitely,
and I had different cravings for each pregnancy. Right? Each pregnancy had a different craving.
Yeah, I know that's weird how that happens. For Christian, I wanted hot dogs all the time.
Oh, yep, I had that. Yep.
Like, I would eat like 4 or 5 hot dogs at a time, and then I just did not eat hot dogs for forever after that. And then for Maddie, I just wanted pickles all the time. Okay, I love pickles, though.
Yeah, I love pickles, but when I was pregnant with Jai, forget about it. It was pickles on everything, like literally everything. I would get I worked at McDonald's back in the day.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah, you remember.
We remember.
I would make myself a little cheeseburger, and then it's like this fat because it's filled with pickles. To the point that Jai will not touch pickles till this day. And then with Marlo, it was blondie, which I'm not big on desserts, but she sure is.
What's a blondie?
It's it's a mix of a chocolate chip cookie and like a brownie. Because it's thick. Oh man, with vanilla ice cream and caramel sauce on that. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. And orange juice. I drink orange juice. I hate orange juice.
Oh, I love orange
There it is. That's the pick. And wait, who remembers the restaurant that was at the mall at the corner where Five Below is now? What was that?
Ruby Tuesday?
Was it Ruby Tuesday?
Yes.
They had the best blondie. Listen, that and stuffed French. Like, I liked sweet stuff when I was pregnant with her.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense because she loves her sweet stuff.
That does make sense. Yeah, like when I was pregnant with Christian, I loved fruit. Like, I was eating fruit like nobody's business. He loves fruit. So and Maddie loves pickles.
See? Yeah. I guess I overdid it with the pickles.
I remember with Junior, it was hot dogs. I love hot dogs with Junior. Niall, fast food. Like McDonald's, Burger King, I could eat it like every day. And then I Elena, I think she was like green lollipops.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah,
good.
green lollipops.
Like sour
Candy.
apple?
No, just like the ones like you get at the bank.
Yeah.
They're really
Oh,
like,
yes,
and I was just
yes. Yep. Oh, yeah, and sour candy. Oh my gosh. So when I was pregnant with Marlo, I worked at Titleist. I worked third shift at Titleist from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And then I went to school at UMass Dartmouth, 5 classes from freaking 8 o'clock till 2. I would leave UMass to go get Jai from school to then go home, do homework with her, take a nap, and start all over again. Sour candy. I remember going home and Marlo's father had this like round table with white tablecloth on it and a truffle bowl filled with sour candy, like the sour straws, the ribbon. Oh my God. I was like, thank you. It was so good. He felt bad because he wasn't working because he sprained his ankle or something like that. I don't even remember how or why, but I remember having to take him to the ER and he's like leaning on me and I was really big with Marlo. She that girl. Man, my belly was like popped way out there. And so I had to go to work by myself at that point because he was staying home.
Yeah, teen pregnancy, and then you have them. There's daycare, and
so even that was different for me. So Jai went to daycare. Marlo never did. So Marlo didn't go anywhere until she started school. That made me nervous.
yeah.
She was a chatterbox. I was like, she's not gonna listen. She doesn't listen. She like literally would step foot inside the house, not the whole house, just in like the front door. This is when we were at Chancery Street, walking up the stairs, and she's taking off her clothes. All the items are already coming off. Shoes, socks. I'm like, girl. She's like, I like to be free. Yes, you do. You're a free spirit. That's for
Did
sure.
your kids do daycare?
Yeah.
Which was it like
in Dartmouth Kitty Campus?
okay.
Yeah, they all went to daycare. Yeah. I was just thinking about that. I was like, I remember being, you know, a mom and making that decision to go back to work.
Yep.
And, you know, maybe hindsight, looking back, saying, oh, I probably should have stayed out a lot longer than I did. So I went right back to work, probably like 8 weeks. I had a cesarean for 3 of them, so I did go.
Did you do that for all of them? Because I felt like for Niall, you went back quicker.
No, 8 weeks.
Okay.
The time goes by so fast.
It does go by fast.
It does.
You really should spend more time. But when you're in it,
you're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
because you have so
job,
many
your responsibilities. You want to have a career, so you go back to work and you do the juggling act of being both a mom and having a career.
And that's a perfect segue to our next little tidbit of motherhood. How to balance mom and career. And then we can get into the aspect of balancing motherhood and being a wife. Because they're very different dynamics that I don't think everyone realizes how different you have to be in all those categories.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring it out.
Right? Women play many, many roles.
Like all day long. All day long. It's so quick for us to switch hats.
Yeah. It's true. It's you know, before you got here, Angie, I was telling Lindsay, I'm like, I forget, Christian asked us a question. What was the question? I forget what it was, like who you are. And I'm like, still trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Right.
You know? And lately I've been hearing with different podcasts I'm listening to or watching, I don't know, maybe it was just this week, the whole theme was life really starts for you when you turn 40.
Yep.
And now I can kind of I see that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, again in like the season I'm in and
Mm-hmm.
the journey that in my chapter that I'm in right now. But do you two kind of feel that?
Yeah, I feel like you're more confident and older and wiser, and
Like you've already had a lot of lessons, right?
yeah.
So we've been learning for quite some time. And I think that turning 40 for me was, I was very accepting of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready for it. When I turned 30, oh, hell no, I had a whole breakdown. Like, how can I be this old with 2 kids and married and this and that? And this is not, I don't think I was certain that I had everything that I actually wanted at that time. But 40, it's like, I finally know who I am.
I'm still figuring that out.
Yeah, I still feel
For
like
me.
I'm.
I am.
I feel like, well, life is a journey too.
Yeah,
I feel
of
like
course.
we're always growing and evolving. We're different people. We're different friends. We're different mothers. We're different daughters. Wives. We're different wives. Like you said, the seasons. I love how you say that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. That's like, you know, where I'm at. I'm trying new things, just to kind of like self-care for me. And not things like, okay, let me go to the spa or let me
No, you're doing
do
things
this.
to
But I'm
make
really
yourself
just
healthier.
trying to, yeah, just or even by writing down, like really being consistent with like my to-do list. I know that, but for me, that is, and I never used to be a list person ever. And
Really? Because you are very much
no,
so.
ask Carl, like he's like, oh,
A
you have
list.
a list, and now I'm like, I like, you know, my list and the calendar in the phone and the old school paper calendar. Like I'm really trying to be more consistent with that, and that's part of self care. I'm not saying I'll go for a massage, you know,
Oh yeah,
and facial and all, but like that is, I'm trying to like figure out what that self care journey is for me, and that's what I'm learning right now. And one of the self care things is I need to get these nails done.
oh,
Don't
yes.
come for me.
Sorry. I mean, I would never, because you know, like I said, I'm a different person now, where things are done always. Remember back in the day? Stubborn now. Did I ever have my nails done?
No.
Didn't even get my hair done like once a year. Now it's now I make
It's a
the
routine.
appointment ahead of time.
It's good.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, wow, I'm that person.
And that's part, and that even though it's, you know, things that we're doing for ourselves individually, that is also part of the motherhood, the womanhood, the marriagehood, you know, doing the things that we're talking about. Because then that just makes us, in my opinion, when I feel better or I feel good, and it could just be, wow, I, you know, put everything in my calendar tonight.
Yep.
Then it's better. Like I feel better at home. I feel better with the family. Like if I'm in a bad mood, my family tells me this all the time. I'll walk in the house, say, I don't know, I'm cranky or whatever. They feel my energy right away.
Do they tell you go make a list?
No, they know, and it spills.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then
and it's
they get
right?
cranky too, and then everyone's cranky. And but it started like with me.
Yeah.
You know, and they always say like, you know, happy wife. Wait, what is it? What's the say?
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, happy wife, happy life. And then, you know, even my family, like, okay, if when mom's in a good place, everyone else is in a good place. Does that happen in your household?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, if I come home and I'm just like Sade's on, they know that.
Don't
leave me alone.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Let me stir my soup over here.
I think for me, getting better at using my authentic voice. I feel like
I love that.
yeah, just speaking up when I want to speak up. Like just something simple. Like I'm gonna tell you. So today I went and got my nails done. I also got a pedicure too. So the gentleman, he like put the water and stuff like that, and he was like, "Oh, you want a little hotter?" and stuff. And then he left. He took off to help somebody else, and then all of a sudden the water's running and it starts to get really, really cold.
Oh no!
And I'm like, "Oh no, it's really cold." But the old me would be just sat through it and be like, "I don't want to inconvenience him. He's busy with another customer. You know, I don't want to." Stories, but I was like, no, it might be cold. And I was like, excuse me. And I was like, look at you, Lindsay. And just something simple like that. Like I'm not usually one to make anybody upset. Yeah. I think that's just in my nature. And I'm, and I'll make myself uncomfortable for someone else.
Yes.
And I don't want to do that because then you end up suffering in silence. And so I'm getting better at saying what I need because people can't read my mind. I have to tell them what I need.
I agree. I'm guilty of that too. Like I have a hard time, not at home, but outside of saying no.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
See, and I think,
even at home sometimes, you get the mom. I know it's like, oh, even though my mom guilt or this, so I'm not doing nothing.
Have a lot of mom guilt.
I do, and it's unnecessary, and I say it, but and that's just like
you still do it. You still, and then even after you've made the decision, you sometimes even think about it. You're like, oh, did I do the right thing? Yeah. Whether it be not going to some event that you can't make because you have something else. You have that guilt. You still feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Because you missed it.
Right.
And you're like, you want to be there and you can't be everywhere because we aren't superwomen. Right. We can't, we have responsibilities that we have to take care of.
And I'm trying to get better, and I think I am. Saying no, or I can't. My plate is full. My cup is full. I can't add anything else on, and I need to get better at using my voice, like you said, And I love how you said that, and you do that, and I love that about you. Like, especially when we're at an event or something, and you're speaking, like just listening to you, and right, it hits me, and I need to get better at that too. So I like how you put that, using my voice.
Yeah, because I think sometimes we get in our head and we start to censor ourselves from letting the words come out. I know I do it all the time. I'm like, you ask me, I'm like giving you the answer, but I'm thinking about it in my head and I get lost in it. So I'm just trying to be better at just when I'm feeling it. Because it is that you have that gut feeling and you know what your emotions are and you want to say it. I need to just say it. I'm trying to be better at just saying it.
And when you talked about the pedicure, I was was it a couple of days ago? I don't know. One of my girlfriends sent me this meme, and it was just like when you're in perimenopause, like the old me, wouldn't say anything. The perimenopause me,
excuse me,
she said, the water is cold.
So that might be the perimenopause me.
Yeah, maybe it was. I was like, oh, my feet are cold.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and wait. He's helping her, which was fine. We had nowhere to be, and I wanted to relax. It was just.
Where did you go?
Like I said, Chloe's. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm the opposite, where it's difficult, not so much anymore, to say no at home, but it's very easy to say no outside of home. So with me, which, I've been in therapy now 5 years, maybe 6. I was counting. I love it. And that is, I feel like that's also
that is
my self-care because I'm ensuring that I'm checking in with myself, with someone that is neutral.
Yes.
And no matter whatever I do, whatever I say, it's not going to affect that person at all. So I think that with me, it's more so at home, or it was, than outside. it's very easy for me to talk and tell people what I'm doing and how I feel because I'm not worried about hurting their feelings because they don't affect me. Whereas family, home, that's different.
Yeah.
Well, what I say now could affect me or my children after. But again, that was more of the old me because it's different now. Seasons, definitely all about seasons.
Yeah.
For me, even in my household, like it's the running joke. Like when we go out to, if we go out to eat, they'll ask me, "Where do we want to go out to eat?" I don't know. Where do you want to go? No, mommy. Where do you want to go? Because I'm always thinking, okay, is there a kids menu? Is Nate gonna like something on the menu? Is everybody gonna be happy? Not worried about what I want to eat. I'm worried about what everybody else wants to eat. So I'll never forget Niall. It was me, Niall, and Nate, and they were like, "Just pick where do you want to go?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know if everybody's gonna like it." And then we ended up. I was like, "Well, I kind of want hibachi." Then I was like, "Go to hibachi.
Yeah.
Bring her to hibachi." And then I was like, "Oh wow, this is like wow, I'm a problem."
Good. It's not that you're
not a problem,
not a problem,
but it's really something that I have to get better at. Like if I want something, it's okay for me to want something for myself.
It's okay to put yourself first.
Yes, because I don't. I really do not.
Right. Yeah.
And I am trying to get better at what does Lindsay need? What do I need to be happy?
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about if everybody else is happy in their dynamic, when whatever they're doing, like, okay, this one's doing this one's doing that. Is everybody settled? Then I can do something for myself.
How do you get past that? You know what I mean? Like how? Because I am a lot like that as well in a lot of areas, you know? And so how, like my question, how do we get past that it's more balanced?
Yeah.
You know? More balanced. And maybe you're doing it, maybe I'm doing it, maybe we don't see it. You're doing, you know, and we may not see it, but maybe it's happening. And that's how I'm going to actually start paying more attention to that.
Yes.
Because that's
yeah.
You know, and so when they ask you, where do you want to go eat?
Yeah, it's something.
I want hibachi.
Yeah, I do.
Let's go to Providence because there's a place I want to try. Okay, like
you know, just simple as that. Because they're asking. If they didn't,
and they are. They're like, "Mom,
and they truly want to know."
They do. They're like, "What do you want to eat?" And I'm like,
"Yeah."
Well, what do you guys feel like eating? No, we didn't ask that.
Right.
You know, and I was really bad. Like I was like, I wouldn't order my that. I wouldn't even order my food. I would be picking out what Nate's gonna eat. Like I would be like, "Oh, Nate, they have baked stuffed chicken."
Oh my god!
What are you gonna get? Oh, that looks good. Like, and then that's why I'm always like the last person to order because I'm like, oh, okay, Lena's gonna get that.
Yeah.
Niall, he picks out what he wants. You know, Yuli, she'll get this, and then I'm like, okay, what am I gonna get? I'm always the last one because I'm going through the whole menu, making sure that everybody has something.
When my kids were younger,
well, mine not that young. They can't order for themselves.
Listen, even sometimes now, they'll ask, well, we had a restaurant. What do you think I should eat?
I can't stand that. Not for nothing. Because I'm sitting there.
It's so cute.
No, I'm sorry. It's not cute anymore for me. What a 28-year-old. No, thank you. What should you eat? I don't know. Try something new. And then they just, Marlo picks what I pick. I'm like,
that looks good.
I'm worried about what I'm gonna get. Ooh, yeah, let's try this. Yeah, right. I know. And I'm the big mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh no, this is wrong. I'm sorry, you gotta take this back.
Yeah.
There's no ice. No, thank you. The utensils are dirty. I'm sorry. It's past experience though. Yeah. You know, I worked in a restaurant. I was working 2 jobs at that time when I was a single mom. I I was going to do whatever it took to ensure that my girls didn't feel the difference from going two-parent home to a one-parent home. So having that experience and knowing that, like, when I was doing it, I made sure everybody had it correct.
Yeah.
So
and I think for me, I want to be an example for my children. Like I want,
especially your daughters.
Especially
yeah,
my daughters. I want to be an example. I want them to be able to express what they need,
use their voice,
voice. So I have to do that. Right. I have to speak up in spaces that may be uncomfortable for me. So I have to be an example for her, so she isn't afraid to use her voice.
Yeah. I know the thing that changed with me as I'm older is that I no longer allow things to fester inside.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like huge for me because I would just take it in, overthink, overprocess, perseverate on things, and then swallow it.
Mm-hmm. I don't do that either as much anymore. Mm-hmm. That I've noticed that like I don't let it fester up, build up. I do. I work through that a lot better now.
Yeah, if something's bothering me, I have to, take a break. Take that break. Think about what's bothering me. Why it's bothering me so much. Why I'm getting all worked up.
Yeah,
and then process it and let it out and say what's actually bothering me. Because husbands, families, nobody is going to be a mind reader.
Nobody.
You have to communicate. And I had this conversation with Elena the other day about we can't read your mind. Like, you have to tell us what you need. It was something as simple as, like, coming home from school, she thought that Niall was going to bring her home. And she was just like, well, he knows I don't have lacrosse practice. I'm like, no, he doesn't know that. You two have to communicate that to each other in the morning, and then he'll bring you home. But he like took off and left her and had to come back, and she was mad. He should know. No, he doesn't know. Exactly. People aren't mind readers.
No, it's true. I do. I'm happy you mentioned that because I do find myself being a lot better with that. And sitting back, regrouping, and then addressing it, whether it's in the house or outside of the house.
Yes.
I am definitely doing much better with that, and I'm not feeling bad.
Right.
I don't feel bad.
Yeah, because there was that feeling, like you said, feeling bad.
Yeah,
like you were like,
you're gonna hurt
it up.
Feelings.
Exactly. It's gonna change the relationship.
Right.
You think a million things. Like, am I gonna come off angry? Am I gonna come off like a, angry black woman?
Yep.
They're gonna see you a certain way, and you're just expressing what you feel or how you interpreted the situation. I mean, it could be miscommunication, but you don't know that
until it's out in the open.
Communicate that to each other.
Yeah. So that is actually something that is better.
And I also think of it as, I don't know what their intention was behind what they said or what they did. So they're not going to know how I perceived it unless I tell them. So whether it's your intent, I don't know, but this is how it made me feel.
One thing that I love that you say is for clarification. Can you clarify? I love when you say that.
Yeah.
You say it when we're in conversation to clarify, and then
because I want to make sure that I'm understanding it the way that you are meaning it to be.
Right.
Because it could you could perceive it so many different ways. Yeah. So I always want to make sure that I'm hearing you exactly how you want me to hear you. So that's why I do ask for clarification. And it's not a jab.
No.
But the thing is, back in the day, I wouldn't do that because I'd be like, oh, they're going to take it like I don't know what they're saying, or we're projecting trying to get, like, attack them. No, it's just, I just want to make sure.
I want to make sure I understood you.
And that's the thing. Don't project.
Right.
Don't try to figure out what the other person is thinking.
Forecast what they're going to say and how they're going to react.
Right.
We don't know how they're going to react until you say it.
And it's easier said than done.
It is.
Oh,
and and for me, I'm still going through that, but I definitely noticed that now is so much more easier.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, this is totally a side note. You burn yourself?
You know, I don't even know how.
Sorry. That's like, it's serious.
Those bruises that just come off, you're like,
listen, all the time. I was driving home and I'm like, why does my knee hurt? Like, did I kneel on it some way or whatever? But yeah,
I told Carl the other day, I'm like, wow, I haven't burned them.
How did that happen? I have no idea.
Well, no clue. Even she's concerned now.
No clue, right? So I don't know.
But you could forget something out of the oven real quick.
Maybe,
and then,
I don't even know. Yeah.
Well, you make some bomb kale soup.
I do.
That was a COVID special.
Yes, it was. It was on repeat, but I loved it. I was like, girl, you got it.
Come over here.
It was in the rotation.
Yep. Yes, you're the chef over here.
Oh yeah,
Chef Angie.
That's
cool. So you can't get up.
The way I show love.
Yes. That's true.
I
and you're like, oh, I made some kachupa. I made food. Come over to my house.
Yes.
And,
bring your bowl.
Right.
Yeah. And I will share with you. Mm-hmm. And that is how you that is your
love language.
Your love language. Yeah.
Because it's my love language is acts of service. So I do it.
Yes.
I do it, but that's also what I want to receive.
Right.
So mine is just specifically cooking. Like when you had Niall. You had fast food when you were pregnant, but after you had him, I was like, I am not letting her go and have that hospital food. I was like, what do you want? She's like, I said, you want shrimp? She's like, oh, yeah.
I had
shrimp, Mozambique with white rice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, I remember that.
Brought it to the hospital and was like, I'm serving it up here. Eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You love to cook and you cook very well. Very tasty. Potato salad. We talked about the pregnancy, the daycare, schooling, teenage years. Like, how are you feeling with Junior not living close by or even in the same state on a different coast?
Yeah,
actually,
it's definitely different. It's changed the family dynamic. I mean, but you miss them, but you're excited for them. You're like happy that they're able to adult by themselves without anyone. Like if anything happens with his vehicle, he's got to take care of it, and he's responsible for getting himself up. Like little things that that you do as a parent for your kids. I'm just I'm happy. You're happy, but you're like sad because you miss them. But
I know you. It's you and James and Jai doing her thing, and Marlo is doing hers.
But I love that. I love it because now they get it. They understand the challenges and the difficulties of adulting.
Yeah.
Right. Because they were so ready to be adults, and now they're like, oh, I gotta adult again another day. Yes. Every day you have to adult because that's where you're at. You wanted to get here faster than what you should have. Now you got it. And now you're like, I should have stayed. Not adulting.
Yeah.
Take your time. Take your time.
But yeah, I think Christian and Maddie, they're on the right track. They're right where they're supposed to be, I think. I mean, in some areas, they can do more. Some areas do less. But that also comes with, learning and failing and doing it all over again. And, but I do think they're on the right track. And being young adults and kids now versus when we were younger,
it's totally different.
It's completely different.
I don't even know the language.
No. But the thing is, I was watching, I forget what I was watching, and it was like when you grow up in like the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever, every household pretty much was this, like the same as far as you would go into someone's house and everyone would have like the same ugly bathroom color, the same plate, the Kool-Aid or whatever, like everything looked the same, and you open the refrigerator, like pretty much very similar. And now
it is not.
It's completely different in a lot of ways, like you know. And I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, because I would go to so and so's house, they would have the same thing that, you know, that one room that no one could sit in.
Yes.
Or
we know.
It didn't matter, but it was pretty much the same. Versus now, kids growing up, some kids like to go outside, some kids don't. Some kids like computers, some kids like video games. So, like it's just,
where I think we all wanted to get out of the house.
That was what we
Nobody
had.
wanted to be in the house.
Oh, like, I tried.
Even if I was like on my porch, I wanted to be
literally
on your porch.
Yeah.
Which was so
Oh,
let's go sit on the porch. Kids don't do that. They'll sit on the porch.
I know.
What
sounds so crazy.
But that's
and we sat on the
literally
porch.
Yeah. But those were, you know, and so it's like, it's that kind of stuff that back on, you know, and it said, and I forget what I was reading, they're like, kids now will never experience what we experience. Like street lights come on, it's time to go home.
Right. It's raining, running through the puddles and running across the street, climbing the trees, coming back down.
Right. Walk through the snow. It was up to, okay, you're walking to school.
Still going to school.
Yeah.
not now. Shoot. I'm not hating. It's like, what? Cancel away. A couple extra days.
Sledding until you were like frozen.
Yeah.
And you might not even have a sled. You found whatever.
Yep.
You know, so things like that. Now it's like a lot of kids, they're just so.
Well, it's cool just to go bike riding in the neighborhood with your friends.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and so I do look at like the differences, and kids now, it's just a lot of kids, young people feel entitled, or a lot of them are real bougie about it, or, you know, and so it's just it's interesting. And then there's so many good things too, you know, that they
feel like they're mature.
They're way so much more mature. They like the good things in life.
Okay, I would like you to clarify. Is it being mature, or is it growing up too fast? Because if we want to look at, you know,
and I guess we're talking about our kids when we like.
Yeah, I think that they're
because
more focused, like on their.
They will focus on themselves. Like when we talked about, they
have plans.
They have plans,
like,
and they take care of themselves.
We went to school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just
they do take care of themselves. That if they don't like something, they will use their voice.
Yeah.
And they advocate for themselves, and they a lot of them. Not, I mean, I'm just saying this general, like
most,
you know,
they will speak up.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if we, did as much.
So, okay, devil's advocate. Is it maturity or is it the household? I don't know. Nurture versus nature.
I think it could be a combination.
Because not for nothing, the way I was raised, you think I could ask my mother a question? Hell no. She said something, that was it. Even if it was wrong, I dare not to. But now it's not the same. And I know we're different because we parent differently. So they ask questions. I love that because I want them to ask questions. Smart people ask questions.
Yes.
So that's where my curiosity
is. No, that's I have to think about that.
Yeah, because I don't think that, I know my household, we didn't question, like you said, we didn't question what our parents said. We were just like, okay,
that's the rule.
That was the rule.
Yep.
Okay. That's it.
Oh, there was something
where my kids would be like, "Well, what do you mean? Like, why?" And they, you're sitting here debating with your children, and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that is a good point."
Mm-hmm.
But I think, because they feel safe, they're in an environment where they feel comfortable enough to have those conversations with us as parents.
Yep.
And it's a big.
So we created that.
Yeah. Because I know I like to talk to my kids about everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
We know, Tanya. But yes, no, it's good.
I do.
There was this thing on Facebook, and it was like, "Oh, do you remember when if you put the light on inside the car when you were driving, it was against the law, whatever.
Shut the light off.
You get pulled over or something." It's such a lie. I didn't know it was a lie till like a year ago. Not for nothing, because I was like, "That's what we were told, right?"
We were told.
See, because we were told that.
Shut the light off.
Like, you don't drive with the light on, but
No, I still
you can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the little things you think about how it is embedded in us.
True. True. Another thing that's weird for me is my 21-year-old, we can have a glass of wine together.
Yeah, that's different. I'll be experiencing that in June.
Yeah.
Yep. Junior turns 21. That's going to be.
It is different.
I'm like, you could go to the store and
buy
wine. That's crazy.
Nothing. That's a bonus part.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, "Jai, you coming over? Oh, can you grab this, and that?"
Yeah, well, the bonus part is when they get their license and you can.
Well, that's when they have money.
Right? Oh no, she'd be like, "Okay, Venmo me." So don't bank on that part. But when they could drive, especially on Thanksgiving, and you forget an ingredient.
Of course, on Thanksgiving.
I know, something cooking.
Yep, it is like heaven. "Jai, I need this, and that. Can you go?" And she's like, "Yes." Or, "Can you go pick up Lorraine because she's coming over to eat and stuff?" It's good, but I'll tell you what. But before license, the teaching of the driving, oh, good God Almighty! No, thank you. I don't want to do it again. I'm all set.
The driving thing is funny. How I feel with that is when I had his surgery, I had to drive him to school. So I hadn't done that in so long. And I was bringing both of them to school, like all three of them to school. Drop Yuli off first, and then I would bring the other two to school. And it was like, it was kind of nice. I was like, oh, this is, we were connecting. And I liked it. Now I would play his songs on the radio, and we'd, listen to, play this song or whatever. We were kind of bonding. And then, obviously he's better and he couldn't wait to drive again. Right. And then that's gone again already. So
because car rides are the best place.
Yeah,
it really is.
Right?
Yes. We love road trips
because it's like smooth and easy. And
and you just chat
and you relax and you
talk about whatever.
Yeah. And the music, like the girls will tell you. My girl, oh my gosh, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know this song because Mom played it on repeat for this amount of time."
And too.
Yeah.
And we would sing it, and she always sang it wrong, like Rihanna's song with the umbrella. I didn't know that she said umbrella.
What?
I didn't know.
What did you think she said?
Umbrella. And so they go like this.
That's okay.
I feel you. They go, "Mommy, do you know what she's saying?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I say it, and they're like, "Umbrella." I said, "Oh, I didn't know it was umbrella." I was like, "Okay, never mind." I thought it was like under the arm and stuff, like whatever. I don't know.
No, yeah, car rides. Even if it's just bringing them to school and back. You connect so much within that like 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is. And so when they do get their license, and if they are lucky enough to have their own vehicle after that, then you do miss out on a lot of that.
Like it's a chore that's taken off of you, but then the time that you had is gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you have to find there are other, I don't know, and I'm trying to think of other ways like at home that
Dinner.
we now connect. Yes and no for me with dinner.
I feel like we all have different schedules.
Yeah.
It's one's coming home at this time, the other one I got to go pick up. Like we're all on different schedules, so dinner's kind of hard. But to find those
moments,
those
that
moments,
time,
that you can spend together, like all together,
Right.
But vacation,
Yeah.
even if it's a staycation, even if you're just like you said, even if you're driving somewhere. We're in Massachusetts, so if you're just driving to like Newport, or you're driving to, we went to New Jersey one year, and it was just so nice to just travel all together. And we had so much time.
And
it
even
was probably one of our favorite vacations.
Yeah, it is, because even okay, do you guys want to go for breakfast? Even if everyone's just that time together. But dinner. I wish we were better at that, but it's hard.
Not that anymore, but that was dinner time. Was no phones, no distractions. It was just about let's check in, right? Let's see how our day was. It was like taking a pulse, right? Seeing how the girls are and making sure that I know what's happening and I can then give them what they need for the rest of the week or whatever have you. I used to do Sunday dinners. Now everybody's schedule is so crazy that hasn't happened in a long time.
It's just finding time to meet them where they're at. Like, each child has something different that they need from you and what you need from them. So just making that time to figure it out, like, whether it be, I don't know, taking them to go get your nails done together. So that's something you do together, or doing something that they want to do. Like, really likes to go for boba tea. She likes to go, so we'll go to Bestie's.
Oh, that's why you had it last week.
Yeah, we go to Bestie's after church, so that's our thing. Or if she wants to go get pastels or something, we do that, and then just meeting them where they're at.
Agreed.
And making that time.
And like this year, Maddie and Elena are going to be in Europe for Easter.
Oh, it's for Easter. That's right, because that's April vacation.
Yeah.
When do they leave?
The Thursday or Friday before.
Yeah. So Holy Thursday. And then it's Good
day.
Friday.
Yeah, it's one of those days. But oh
wow.
Yeah, and so and Christian, he'll be at school. So we were talking to him. So I don't know if we're gonna just maybe go there or meet Providence or something, just do dinner, because it's things are different as they get older. Things get different,
and it's almost like a little insight of like what's to come.
Yeah,
like when they're at school and when they're when Maddie's out of the house and both Christians.
So we were like, oh my gosh, they're both gonna be in Europe for Easter.
Yeah. I knew they were going for April vacation, but it didn't listen, I didn't know that I had extra time off for April vacation, because that's fabulous. Good Friday, and then Easter, and the next day
it's vacation. Oh, it's right.
Yeah,
the whole week.
The whole week.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and we haven't had an Easter fall before April vacation in quite a while.
Oh, okay.
So, like, even like Christmas break was longer. It was 2 weeks instead of just a week and a day or two, whatever have you, like last year.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so this, so just things like that.
But is that stressing you out?
No, it's not.
I know. No. Started panicking.
No.
Yet. Thank you for that one.
Yeah.
Like that. I think they'll be in Europe
once.
Well, I think that's different. I think.
Not being here for Easter.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it's the just traveling without us. It's the first time for Elena to be traveling without.
I mean,
But it's good they're together.
Yeah,
they're roommates actually.
Oh, good.
We're having good together, but just
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
Okay, sorry. I just saw the worry.
I know. I was like,
Next
started thinking kind of all in my head.
Yeah, I started
Like traveling, playing,
right.
It
just went right through.
all these things. Passport.
Yep, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, I feel good about it. Yeah, I'm not. No, they'll be fine. They'll have fun. It's a group of them, and it'll be such a great experience. You know, you'll be bothered. We'll be bothered more than them.
Yeah.
Yes, you will be.
Yeah, we will.
You know, but it's all good. All good.
All good in the hood.
Growing.
Yep. Growing pain. You remember that show?
Yes.
Growing pain.
Growing, but it is growing pain.
Yeah, literally. Oh, that's a fabulous question. How do you grow to trust your kids? I would have to say that I have to trust myself. So trusting that I did a good enough job to instill with them what they need to do, should do, how they do it. That's how I gain trusting that they're good. Because I want to make sure that I have prepared them for everything, even God forbid when I'm gone, right? Because I can rescue my girls right now. Easy for me to do that. But I don't. Because I want to make sure that they can do it without me. That's how I actually. And it's not a smooth road by any means. I've had a lots of speed bumps, shall I say, and maybe even a couple of branches thrown out at me during that time. But it's a learning process. So with each different situation, with each different scenario, something is learned. They take that. I do check in. I'm very open with my girls. I think you are. I don't know if it's too much. No, I don't think so, but I know Jai was a little too open with me back in the day. I know I talked to you about that. I was like, God Almighty, but I love it because she tells me everything. Yeah. But then I'm like, I don't want to know everything. But yeah, so I think that was the way I. No, I think that's a good question. I don't know. For me, I take it day by day, and I just ask my kids just to be as honest as you can. When you're out and about with wherever you are or whomever you're with, to try to make good choices. And if you ever find yourself in a situation that you're not sure how to navigate, and text us, or you don't have to let everyone text or whatever, and we can be there. Or if it's a situation that we can't be there after you text us because of distance or whatever, that we can't be there right away, but we'll be there. Just try to we talk about navigating, coping skills, just knowing your surroundings, knowing who you're with, and make the best decision possible. And as long as you give 100% in whatever you're doing or whatever it is, and you tell us that, for me,
and I think I could, speak for Carl, but for me, I feel like that's that trust factor
Yeah.
for us
Mhm.
until it isn't.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
I know when Christian was in high school and or going out or okay, be home at this time, and I trust you until I don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And so that's how I kind of work with that. And every day something new,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I'm still learning that, and I think we are together as parents, children for me. So that's like where I'm at with that.
Pretty much the same. And I always tell the kids we don't claim to know everything. But if you have questions about anything, ask us and we will help you find the answer. We're always gonna guide you in the best way that we know. And or if we don't know the answer, then we'll find someone that can help you and guide you, and we trust that you make the right decision. But if you do and you come and you don't make the right decision, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to make
You're gonna
mistakes,
learn,
and then
right.
we always say there is nothing in the world that you could do that would ever stop us from loving you or caring for you or helping you out in a situation. We always go to the extreme, and there's nothing you could do. We will always love you and always be in your corner. And they seem to always come to us if they're having an issue or
Yeah.
but that communication and being not judging them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you feel judged by your
Yeah.
parents, like you're not doing the right thing or you made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want my home to be that way.
Right.
I don't want my kids to feel like they can't come home
Mhm.
and that my home isn't a safe place for them.
Right.
You can always come home. I don't care if you're 70 years old, you can come back in my house and live with us. And that's it.
And
we will take care of you.
Yep.
We're your parents.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
And I feel like if there's ever a situation that they feel like, oh my gosh, I can't go to her, I can't go to mom, and I've told them this in the past, make sure you have a safe
Yes.
adult or someone else that you feel safe with
Mhm.
to talk to about
Mhm.
things off of.
Mhm.
If it's not me,
Right.
I just want them to know that
Mhm.
because sometimes
Right.
they don't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Right. I love the part that you stated, Lindsay, about judging.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I judged. I didn't think that I did. I do know now that my daughters felt I did. But I had really, and I do have really high expectations for my girls. So I hold them to the line. So that's a little different than judging. However, when you're in the thick of things, I can see, reflecting back on it, how they would definitely see it as judging. Because it's like, okay, why'd you get a B minus?
Yeah. Oh no.
There's no reason for you to have a B minus if you're doing this, and that. It should be higher. And it's not about just grades or schooling. It's about whatever have you. If you are putting forth the work in that time, then the payback is going to be worthy of it. So I always had that high expectation, and I held up to it.
Absolutely understand that. We had many of
Mhm.
those conversations of because we do have high standards for our kids, which and they're doing a lot. We have to understand they are student athletes, and they're involved in clubs, they're involved in their community, and they're doing a lot. But we don't want to burn them out.
Right.
They are doing a lot.
Yeah. They, we don't want them to be in the same position where they're always saying yes, like we were always.
Yeah. Like, no, it's
we have
okay
to teach
to say
them
no.
It's okay to
And
say.
it's even okay to say no to me.
Yes. Like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Right. I really don't.
No, Jai has no problem saying that. So we all know that.
You know,
Well, yeah.
I'm tired. I want to sleep in. And, I always say that,
yes.
like, there's no reason, but let them sleep in.
Yes.
Sometimes they're just tired.
Right. The house is still going to be here. We'll clean later. Whatever.
Yes. Do it later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something just happened.
No,
talk about it.
I wish, like, sometimes when you're like, the house will still be here, we'll clean later. And I'm working on that and getting, trying to get better with not about, but just turning my brain off. Like, just
that, I don't even know how you do that.
not, but like, just kind of, I'm going to lay on the couch all day. And
it's okay.
It's okay.
You girls tell me that.
I know.
You're like, you're sick. Don't go to work. Just stay in bed. Your bed is your best friend. I'm like, okay.
No,
And that's something that's really hard for me.
Yeah.
Like, you're sick. Your body is telling you
Yeah,
that it's time to rest, and you're still saying, no, I need to go to work. I have to do this. I have to do that. Like, no.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, I'm watching. Did you look her up last night? Oh, the other day?
No, I didn't.
So there's this woman that I just came across, and she like motivational speaker. She has a podcast. She has all this stuff, and her name is Candice Denise, I believe. Candice Denise. I found her on Instagram, and so far, like, I'm vibing with her. And I told Lindsay to check her out. You should check her out too. She's just her way. She's in in her 40s, and she does a lot of stuff. And I'm just checking out her platform now, but it's like I listen to her and I'm thinking that, or we just talked about that, or and that's why I just like her. So if you when you have a minute, check her out. I think you'll like her.
This is my 3 minutes right here.
I don't have any more minutes.
I'm just saying. I'm already like, what time am I going to wake up tomorrow? So I got to do some work. I got to get my lashes done at 12, and I got a meal prep.
Yeah, it's like you're already thinking you're eating. Like, I know sometimes I'll be eating dinner, and I'm thinking about the next night what dinner is.
That's why I'm like,
but don't. Stay. Let's.
Oh, I'm here. And that's I really appreciate this aspect of myself. I don't brag. I don't compliment myself, but this aspect I truly appreciate of myself, because when I'm doing something at that time, I'm completely present, and I'm not multitasking. And sometimes I'm like, damn, I could have got some work done as I did it, but then I wouldn't truly be there. Yeah. And I'm that person that I have to sit and listen, and I remember everything. So
yeah, that's a good point. I do. I guess it depends on what that week looked like, or what I have to do, or where I'm at, and so for me, I kind of all depends. Except Sundays, although right now is tournament season, but I do like Sundays to just chill, or for like brunching, or which we haven't done in a long time.
I know we need to do it. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is a half marathon up in New Bedford.
I'm not here anyways. Yeah, but we have to. But I do like Sundays to just. I don't want to do anything work related, nothing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it is. St. Patrick's Day, Monday.
Yes.
So tomorrow, a lot of places are going to be busy.
Oh, yes.
Celebrating. Do you have your St. Patrick's? You have your leprechauns all around your house.
I got my gnomies. Yes. Along with our gnome shirt. Oh, I have a t-shirt and a sweatshirt for St. Patrick's Day.
What are you guys doing tomorrow? You just hanging in?
I have everything for a boiled dinner for Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you still have your heart on the door?
Angie, I do not have
This
the
is
heart.
a new Angie.
It's
This is
spring, so I have like.
It's not spring yet.
Well,
It's upon
Easter
us.
season. So I have flowers. Even though love is year round.
Love is year round.
So I think we're going to end it on that note.
Yes.
Till the next episode.
All right.
Yep.
Good
Make sure
night,
you
bells.
tune in. Bells, we're always here for you. And be there for us.
Yes.